Morning. Okay, so we hit on business opportunities with the boomer population. It's time to shift. Let's shift and go into a global market and look at completely different populations. US, Europe, China, and Japan. What do they have in common? They have an aging population and a decreased birth rate. Africa, India, and Middle Eastern regions. What do they have in common? They have a very young population. They have a growing population, and they are expanding. This is where the future money, workforce, markets, and innovation is going to come from. We're going to break this down region by region and go over different opportunities and how to capitalize off of each market. Africa, the youngest, fastest growing continent on the entire earth. The median age in Africa is 19 years old. By 2030, they're going to have 1.7 billion people in the continent. Following current trends, by 2050, 1 in 4 people on the entire earth are going to be African. Africa is the only continent still exploding with population and economic potential. Let's get into the opportunities. EdTech, with education, this has a massive growth potential, especially when you put it with AI. Think of how many markets and school systems and countries that you could help grow with a education software. Finance, mobile banking, there's a lot of people that need that. Infrastructure in a lot of African countries are lacking. They need logistics. They need supply chains. They need all of that. So if you could come in and create something there, you're in a good spot. Healthcare and telemedicine. You can literally never go wrong in healthcare. Agriculture and food production, and probably the most fastest growing sector, real estate. What countries specifically? Nigeria, Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, even though there's a conflict, Tanzania, and Senegal. Right now, if you get in, you're going to be early. Think of what happens when people get in and they're early in markets. They get fucking rich. Moving on. India. India has the highest population on earth. They're sitting at 1.4 billion. They have passed China. The median age in India is 28 years old. Tech outsourcing VA services. You could start like a VA, a virtual assistant. You could start a VA company and contract with India and then sell them here. You know, and just play the middleman and up the price. Call center. You can start the call center here using US telecommunication companies that work with India and get the contracts here. It's still onshore for government contracting. AI development and coding, and digital products. With the projected growth, India is expected to surpass the United States economy by the year 2060 to 2070. In Southeast Asia, the countries specifically, Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, they have a young workforce. The manufacturing is cheaper there than it is in China. Business opportunities, VAs. I had my VAs that were based in the Philippines. I've had several of them. They do great work, efficient, productive. That is a great business opportunity to get into. Property. Everybody wants to travel there. Everybody wants to travel there. Get into the real estate if you can. Drop shipping is another one because they do have manufacturing. And tourism, of course. Moving on to the Middle East. Countries in particular, the UAE, Qatar, Egypt. They have money, okay? And they are willing to invest in new ideas. Construction, tech, healthcare. Healthcare is going to boom just about anywhere. Education, and real estate. Moving to a completely different region, Brazil. And I have mentioned Brazil before, but I'm going to mention it again. They put the B in BRICS. They have a young median age. They have massive amounts of resources and land. So naturally, agriculture, tourism, people are traveling there a lot. Land investment, energy, and imports. So why does this matter? You want to keep up with the times. You want to look for the future. You want to have projections. And you want to tap into the global market. If you can make it here in the United States, you can make it anywhere. Money follows the population. All right, that's it. What do you think? Would you invest? Would you do something like this? Let me know. Love you. Bye.